Hey, no intro? Say.
This is Carolyn McCardle, public address announcer for your San Francisco Giants, and you're listening to Forever SF Giants.
Welcome back to the SF Giants Forever SF Giants podcast. I'm Schmitty along with Christian Cooper. Did you see all the highlights in the intro reel? It's because there weren't many, and there haven't been any, and everybody's losing their mind. You got me walking around at 5 a.m. with a cup of coffee in one hand and a selfie cam in the other, and I'm putting out this thing called a coffee grind Monday through Friday. Nobody knows what to do. We're all losing our minds. But look, we're blessed. We're cursed. Giants fans till the day we die, black and orange. And here's my claim. The road gray curse. Why haven't the road grays been for sale all year long? This is why the Giants are having a bad season.
I'm with you, man. Nike blew it, and the Giants are blowing it by not getting that fixed. So I want my road gray, but I'm not going to buy a fake one. So anyways, this Boston series was just, look, they could have taken the series. They could have won 2 out of 3. They got early leads going. Blade Tidwell came out. He was ready, man. He pitched quality start. Great. And then what happens? Bullpen.
It's and Groundhogs Day.
Yeah. And the walk-off thing is like, I've heard it both ways. People were placing blame on Eldridge. People were placing blame on Kisner. And the bottom line is, look, in that game situation, that the ball's put in play. The guy's coming from third. He's coming because he ain't got no choice, right? And in that moment, Eldridge is young, a little bit inexperienced. You got to slow that down. You can't one hop off kilter to the plate and expect your catcher to just, it was close, right? It looked like it could have gone either way.
Look, here's the deal. If Bryce Eldridge had been playing first base all year, Devers is so selfish that he wouldn't let Bryce play, and Bryce didn't get enough reps, and that's why he threw the ball in the dirt. I know it.
Oh, God.
Come on, guys. Bryce is great. Bryce is great, but he made a mistake. We all do. It's fine.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a lack of experience and just mental day in and day out thing that he hasn't even had a full season at the major league level to kind of like get into that rhythm, that routine of like, okay, I know exactly what the situation calls for. The ball comes my way, get it. I'm going to make a good, accurate throw. I'm going to make the best throw I can, and we'll get the out, But I think it was just a hurried thing all the way around. And it was a shame, because they had that.
It's like I tell Senior, because Senior loves to just give me anti-Devers texts and pro Eldridge. And I'm like, dude, I'm pro everyone. I ain't hating on Eldridge, but I got love for Devers. And here's the thing I say. Everyone wants to point the finger at something. Everybody needs a reason for all this to happen. And there's not one reason. You can't just say that one play was the whole game. The bullpen's been a shambles all year. The starting rotation, these guys can't even get to the 5th inning anymore. Webb's throwing 2 innings the other day and just looking horrible. I don't know if anybody cares anymore. You're 30 games. The only thing that these guys probably care about is not losing 100 games, which they're really in jeopardy of doing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's bad. And like nobody in the bullpen is reliable. Nobody. I'm not going to say I miss Eric Miller, but like at this point in time, what was he doing that was any worse than what Brubaker and Henches and
Miller looked good in Boston. Actually, that
know?
first game, he looked like the best I've ever seen him.
Well,
But
that's what he does, though. He comes out and you're like, oh, this guy's great. He's a lefty, like throws fire. He strikes everybody out. And then the next game, he come in and cash in the prior pitcher's runners and be terrible, you know? So I'm not going to say I miss him, but look, the Giants bullpen, after the first month of the season, when they were the best bullpen in baseball, I would argue that they've been the worst bullpen in baseball the entire rest of the season. Right. You know?
No, for sure. And look, I was looking at the rotation and you got Blade Tidwell I mean, look, small sample size again, as we always say, and it's the flavor of the hour. But Blade Tidwell looks like, okay, this guy could progress into some. But we thought that about Roop, and now Roop looks like he's lost. Wizenhunt, Wizen it. I like that. Cooper.
Wizen. Yeah.
Wizen it. And the last one, what? Adrian Hauser, is he going to finally start, or are we going to keep doing an opener for him because he can't pitch in the first inning? But here's my question. Which one of those guys do you want back next year? Do you want any of our starters back next year? And besides Dylan Smith and the injured guys, do you want anybody in the bullpen back? Like, we have a lot of work to do with the arms.
Yeah, a lot of pitching help is needed. And you know, all the trade web people are going to come in saying, see, I told you so. We should have traded that guy. You know, I'm fine with letting Webb ride out his contract in San Francisco. Just bring in other guys around him. You know, like Roop, I think is serviceable if the entire 5-man rotation is built of decent arms, right? But like Roop had to feel all the pressure this year because, you know, Ray and Webb were up and down and whatever. And then Malley and Hauser were dog shit. So it's like basically it's a 3-man rotation at that point, right? The first half.
JB's correct. This is not going to just happen in one off.
Yeah. It's going to take a lot of, I mean, obviously the injuries, the guys that we're going to get back at some point, you know, Rodriguez, Peguero, those cats, like they're going to help out, but that ain't going to be at the beginning of next season. If next season starts on time, you know, and
that's what we have going for us, right? We might have a delay.
It might be a delay to allow more player development. But I think there's when they have the work stoppage, that applies to the minor leagues as well, right? Minor league guy, they can't train, they can't do anything.
Well, for sure, if you're on the 40-man,
right? But
I don't know exactly. I think it changed so that the minors can't play either. I think before they could.
Yeah, it might only be AAA. I'd have to look it up, but I thought I heard something the other day where they were saying like, minor leagues get locked out too. So, look, you know, the positive, wishful, you know, dreamer side of me thinks Buster Posey's been working towards this rebuild, but he's hidden the rebuild behind a couple of big signings that are kind of to keep the fans engaged. Yeah, we got Adames, we got Devers, right? Like kind of bringing in these marquee guys, putting butts in the seats, but everything that he's really been focused on is the farm system and the young talent. And he's got a young manager. And I feel like if I can be super positive and the universe is working, it's that this was the plan all along. Is that now this young manager and these young players are all going to develop together. It's a rebuild from inside the organization with their drafts and with the trades and all that shit. And then 3 years from now, rings, right?
2029.
Well, we could go 28, but I think I got to back it out to 29, and seniors probably got to back it out to like 2031.
Well, here's the thing. You got Jackson Flora coming, and you got some arms coming, and we're just praying that they're not whizzing hunts and that they're going to, you know, these guys throw a lot of heat, which a lot of these guys, we saw a Tugboat today. He can't throw in the, what is it, 89? Is he maxed out or something?
His 4-seam fastball is topping out at just sub 90. So,
yeah. So that's the problem with a lot of these guys. Yeah.
He is a location guy, and I don't think him being an opener is the correct where he ends up eventually and where he should be. He should be a reliever that comes in the later innings, right? And especially if he's coming in behind a guy who throws heat, then he's throwing that funky stuff that's sub 90. Like it's gonna keep hitters off balance. You know, he's got to be used correctly. And I think this is one of the problems, is that I think at one point it seemed like the Giants bullpen was made up of guys who mostly threw the same shit, right? I mean, they all had a slider, they all had a changeup, they all had a fastball. You know, there wasn't really much else. I mean, Ryan Walker threw a sweeper, but he's not even in the conversation anymore. And like, you got to offer different looks. You got to keep guys guessing. And
if you're not throwing the speed on your ball, you got to make the pitches where they're supposed to be made. And our guys are just walking so many people.
Yep.
I mean, I heard a stat that in Cleveland, the 3-game series, the Giants struck out 40 times or something like that. That's insane, dude. It's like the pitching's horrible and the contact is horrible. We still have the same problem we've had since we started doing this show. Episode 1 of our show, whenever that was us saying the Giants cannot score runners in scoring position. We need somebody. And this is why you and I were loving Luis Arias. He can actually put the bat on the ball. None of these guys can. And I hate to say it, but Adames, the guy's bombed for me. He's below Chapman to me. He is done in my mind. We don't want him at shortstop anymore. And we don't really need him at second base. So in my mind, he's number 1 priority to try to move on the offseason. And I don't know how the hell they're going to do that. But we need to get rid of some of those guys. And Devers is not the problem. He is far from the problem. There's so many people that are the problem before Devers. And I don't know why everybody's like, oh, he's a bad cancer in the clubhouse. It's like, when were you in the clubhouse? Everybody looks fine to me. I'm down in there watching these guys every day at the game, and they're laughing and having a good time. I don't know what you guys see.
Yeah. And the problem with everybody having beef with Devers is look what he does when he returns to Boston. They boo the shit out of him. What does he do? Yeah, just hit one out there
to deep center.
Yeah. And then your boy Jonah Cox put one over the green monster today, like that. But you know, here's
I'm
the thing
rooting for Jonah Cox and Drew Gilbert to platoon in center field right now. I want Harrison Bader gone, and I think that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's done. That's a done.
And then we're gonna have another left fielder for, we had finally got the left fielder 2 years in a row, and then bye.
Yep. Oh, and he is not doing well in New York at all.
It's bad.
It's rough. Here's something. I mean, obviously, you know me. I'm not a big Drew Gilbert fan, but the days that he hasn't started and he's come in as a late innings pinch hitter, how many times have you seen this guy strike out when he comes in as a pinch hitter? It is uncanny. Like,
well,
you had one job, dude.
He cannot hit left-handed pitching at all.
He can't hit any pitching when he comes in as a pinch hitter. I mean, it's really awful. And I mean, I just feel like let Jonah Cox play the majority of the games. Let him play the majority of innings in the majority of games, right? I think we haven't even begun to see what he's capable of. And the speed is clearly unmatched on the roster. So what? It just, it's gross.
What are we going to do here? Are we going to lose 100 games, and how? And does it matter? Does it matter that you lose 99 and not 100? Like, at what point does it well, we didn't lose 100. Like, I get it, the 3-digit number, but if you lose 97 games, isn't that still pretty bad?
Yeah, I think if you finish anywhere, let's say 25 games below 500, it doesn't matter anymore after that. You might as well lose 110. I mean, that's bad, right? 25 below 500.
Well, do you think it's Bo Davidson time? I mean, do we want to just get Adames on the IL, put all the veterans on the bench, and let's just see these kids get as much reps as they can? Let Eldridge learn how to throw to home from first base. It's a little longer than he's used. I don't know, but just we'll practice with these guys. Like, what do you think?
I think they need to start threading them in for sure. I mean, my suspicion is Chapman's shut down for the year.
JB says, no, you're going to ruin Bo Davidson now. Don't bring up Bo.
Yeah, well, you know what? We haven't seen the negative bad thing happen when they finally brought Eldridge up. Eldridge has been pretty good, and it's his first real taste. So I don't think they can harm guys especially if they lay it out for them. Like, look, it's a burnt year. It's done. It's toast. We want to get you guys a little experience up the major league level. We're not throwing you into the fire. We're not in a pennant race. There's nothing, no pressure. Just come up and get a flavor for it, right? Get a feel for it. And I feel like they should start trying to thread those guys in. I think Chapman's going to get shut down for the rest of the year. He's finished. Okay.
Chapman had surgery. He's out.
Yeah, he's done.
And he had a baby, so he might not even be in the clubhouse. He might just be in Arizona, just floating in a pool. We don't know.
Yeah. And then it's what? Adames, this elbow thing. Maybe that's,
That's going to be so interesting to me because, well, Marcelo Mayer, that's another topic we haven't talked about. All of a sudden, everyone knows he's fragile. This guy's a pussy. Blah, 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 blah. Like, the minute something happens, everyone comes out of the closet as the Monday morning quarterback that knew it all along. Marcelo sucks. It's just like, dude, chill the out, right? But who's going to play shortstop? They could put Koss at shortstop and then Mayer at third, maybe.
Well, they got Basabe, right?
Basabe, hotter than Basabe. You know that.
Hotter than Basabe. And they got Koss, and Koss just hasn't done much at all, right? Yeah, I mean, the injuries are just on top of everything that's already shit. Like, guys getting hurt is just a drag, because then it just makes your chances of winning games even that much less. I mean, what, if you lose Barracoto for a while, that's no good,
God, that looked nasty today. I hope he's okay. His foot got caught under the wall out there, and it looked like one of those skateboard twists where you're like, oh no, I hope he didn't hear a pop.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he's a flexible dude. But yeah, this Marcelo Mayer. So you thought he was going to be up and in Boston for the Giants?
I think that was the plan, and then all of a sudden he's back on the IL. He must have got hurt a little bit, or his injury wasn't fixed in Sacramento, because he hasn't been playing in AAA either. He's just on the shelf right now.
Yeah, because you pointed out to me he wasn't on the starting roster the other night. And then all of a sudden it's like, I go and look and he's on the 10-day. So it's like, oh man, but I mean,
he's going to play this week. I bet.
How much of a difference maker is he really going to be in a season like this?
No, but I think for me, it's not about difference makers. It's about seeing something that you can take for momentum into next year. Like if you're like, Jonah Cox looks good. He finally figured it out. He's leading off. We got a leadoff center fielder. Like something like that is a win for me at this point. It's like, I just need, because right now I'm looking at the whole 1 through 9, and Eldridge is kind of the only guy that I'm like, that guy at first base or DH, I'm penciling him in.
Yeah.
The other rest of the team, I'm like, I don't know. Is Casey Schmitt going to be back? Is he playing second? Is Chapman back? Adames, we don't want back. Devers apparently is not a dude anymore in Sacramento. I mean, there's just so much going on. I don't know. But I really believe that pitching and defense is not what our priority was this year, and it needs to be.
Yeah.
And Adames is not a good defensive shortstop. And great, he can hit close to 30 home runs, but how many errors and what? Like they were saying on the radio, he is one of the worst shortstops in all of baseball. It's like, whoa.
Well, and Carlos Correa is no treat either. We dodged a bullet on him, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, look, after Brandon Crawford, nobody's going to seem like an elite shortstop in San Francisco. It's going to be a long time before somebody like that pops up again, you know? But yeah, you ever get the feeling like, you know how they announce trades sometimes in baseball and they say, oh, they traded this guy for, you know, this, that, cash considerations and a player to be named later. I'm wondering if some of these guys that Buster went out and got in the offseason are players to be traded later. like Marcelo Mayer, maybe he's a trade chip, you know, come the offseason. I don't know. I just feel like there's got to be a plan that we're not privy to all the details of, because it sure looks weird. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it has to be so frustrating on so many levels for especially Buster and Tony, right? Because they're the new guys. And so a lot of people are saying these guys don't have what it takes. And that could be the case. But I also believe in these guys and think that these problems are not new. And those guys are. So there's no logic there. Because if we had the same problems with Baumel, the same problems with Kapler, then why is it Tony V's fault that he comes in and, you know, we lost a real important part of our bullpen in Rogers. He was a huge innings eater and a stable 7/8 inning guy. We do not have that anymore. And it is hurting us like hell. It's Groundhogs Day. Every game you're winning by 1 run going into the 7th, you're going to lose for sure.
Yeah.
And you can't throw Dylan Smith out there for 2 innings every game. Like that's not going to work.
Yeah, because he'll end up where Keaton wins at right now. So
yeah,
you know, and the offense has to take some responsibility in these losses, because man, across 9 innings, you're going to put up 1 run, 2 runs. You're not helping anybody out. You know, I mean, the bullpen guys just, they're imploding, but you know, the starters weren't going long into games all year, right? Bullpen got overtaxed, guys got hurt. I mean, they've been shit lately, but it's not like they can take all the blame. It's the easy target because we've seen them cough up leads, right? But the offense just seems to sputter. And this runners in scoring position thing, that goes back to like the end of Bochy's tenure, if you really want to think about it. Okay. Last year, Bochy was in San Francisco, maybe even the season before that. They have had this problem this entire time with, oh yeah, we'll put up 12 hits a game. We'll score 2 runs. What? Situational hitting is everything, right? So that's not a Buster problem. That's not a Vitello problem. That's an organizational talent problem.
Yeah, it's confusing to me because I was telling my wife on the drive back, I was like, you know, Grant's kind of, I think his ship has maybe sailed, and how frustrating it must be. And I'm like, that just shows you how hard to hit a baseball is when you know that's all you have to do. You already have all the other tools. All you have to do is get on base and you're on this team. And he couldn't do it over and over. And it must just eat away at you. Like, are you changing your bat? You're choking up, swinging less hard. Like, how many different things? Or are you just like, no, this is mental. I'm going to keep my approach. Like, it's gnarly. And everyone says that. It's like, this is the hardest thing to do is hit a baseball. But yeah, I don't know how everybody's so sure that Rafael Devers is selfish. That is this brand that like came out like some campaign that people want to throw around. And I don't drink the milk when it comes to that stuff. I like to see it in action. I think he made one mistake and it could have been a translation error, or it could have just been like frustration that he wanted to stay at first base and stay in the game. But other than that, he's playing DH right now. So Eldridge can play reps at first base. He's playing every game. He's out there taking batting practice on the field, which Kyle Tucker apparently has only done once this year. There's a lot of people that are happy to have Devers on the bench with them, and he doesn't walk alone. He's got a crew. So I don't understand that whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, in Boston, he did this. He ain't in Boston anymore. He's in SF. Like, this is a whole different dynamic. Like, you don't know what he was dealing with in Boston. It's like people playing Philly and like all kinds of shit happens and they got to deal with it. And then they come out here and it's a little more low key and they enjoy themselves. So I think every scenario dictates who that person is more so than just like the last experience the guy had. Tommy Pham, on the other hand, consistent wherever he goes, right?
Yeah, and who was it? Castellanos that brought beer into the dugout.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So, but let's go back to this Kyle Tucker thing for a minute. Were you shocked to hear that was the first time he's taken batting practice on field all year?
I am, but not really, because the Dodgers are prima donnas. That's how they roll. Like, I don't think Ohtani does batting practice on the field often either.
I'm not disputing any of that, but
yeah,
how many games have they played and he's only taken batting practice one
it's
time?
Not a good look when Eric Karros, your own announcer, is like, this guy needs to go to AAA and restart.
Yeah. No, it's and he's got the highest AAV next to Ohtani's, the only guy who's got more money, and he's been awful. And it's like, can I get a discount for, like, hey, he doesn't really have a chin. He's kind of missing a piece. Can we get, talk to Boris? Can we get a little discount for the no chin? I mean, dude, you see his profile? It's like, what happened? What happened to you, man?
I don't know, but like, this is where we are already, and it's not even September. We're already rooting for the Dodgers' demise. That's how bad things are for us. And we do it every year, and that's who we are. But like right now, we don't have anything else to do.
Yeah. Just hope for the Dodgers to implode, and it's possible. It's definitely, they're not winning the World Series this year. It's not going to happen.
Well, Scooble looked like he was back to form. What was it, today or yesterday? He pitched pretty damn well, and I mean,
he did give up a few though. He wasn't lights out.
It's so scary to think of Yamamoto, Scooble, Ohtani, Snell, Glasnow. Like, their arms are crazy if they're healthy. That's the only issue, is they're not often healthy all at the same time.
Yeah. And see, this is the negative, fucked up mindset that comes from when your team is just crap, because now it's all about worrying about what the other guys have. When you have a good team, you don't worry about what the other guys have. You're like, yes, look at what we got, right? Which is how Dodgers fans, if they're even engaged in the games at all, would feel that way, I mean, maybe that's why Kyle Tucker doesn't take batting practice on the field, because people show up in the third and leave in the sixth. The Dodgers they're packed with talent. They're playing really high percentage winning baseball. The stadium's 2/3 empty. San Francisco is sucking and they're filling the place up.
Yeah.
Explain that to me, right?
Yeah. And then you got guys in Arizona complaining about people going to games. It's just, there's so many haters out there. It's incredible. I don't know, man. I don't know what you do as a fan. I don't understand the mentality, because to me, this is a bandwagon. It's not a fan when you wait till the team's good to go to the games and root for them.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people that I despise. Like, I'm here at the game no matter what, all the time. And then all of a sudden, the Giants are going to the World Series. The ticket prices go up and all these people show up that you've never seen before. And it's like, those are not fans. That's not a fan. Fan is short for fanatic, which means an obsessed person about the team, which means good or bad, he is going to go to watch games. Not, well, you're stupid because you spend money on a team that's no good. No, I'm just a fan, dude. I love the game, and my team sucks right now, but I love the game. That's it.
Yeah. And look, you go spend 2.5, 3 hours at the ballpark. It's a great day.
Yeah.
It's a great day.
Sure.
Great place to be. You're surrounded by people like-minded, unless you get the Raiders fan who shows up and starts beating women up. That's always a problem.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah. Well, the other shoe hasn't dropped yet on this whole Dodgers scandal that's going on with ownership and the bankruptcy bullshit, the tax, insurance. Like, I was digging into it the other day, and I'm like, all right, I'll let this simmer for a couple days and then dig back into it when more of it's coming out. Dude, it trickles all the way down to Jeff Passan supposedly getting paid not to report things that he knew by the Dodgers. And
people could be in some big problems.
And the free ePay movement has fired back up again.
I got to pull my shirt out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, more and more people are jumping on that and being like, there's no way. There's no way. He took the fall. He got paid. There's just no way that Ohtani wasn't gambling. And then a bunch of people come on and start defending him and say, like, well, he wasn't gambling on baseball.
Then did you see Ketel Marte was in the casino last night? He's on the IL, so I guess it's okay somehow. But like, they're having issues with Ketel Marte in Arizona. This dude just left. Nobody knew where he went. It's like, he's one of the best. He's one of the best players in baseball to me. He's really good, but I think maybe he's not all there.
A little Mazzo, bit of a head case. I mean, and Arizona, weird thing with the Diamondbacks is like, they were looking like a contender there for about 2-3 seasons running, right? And all of a sudden, they ain't shit.
Arizona's
they're getting rid of people, and it's like they took their shot and realized, like, we didn't make it, and ownership was like, well, they're giving up on this. Let's just trade some guys away, and we'll just fade back into mediocrity for a few seasons till we figure out what we're doing. So if you're on a team like that,
out of the wild card, so
I know, but they're not going it. They're completely rudderless, and your best player is now having
that's
whatever's going on. So
their pitching does not intimidate me.
Nope. Gallen and Kelly are both kind of over the hill a little bit. I mean, they do have a few good starts here and there, but for the most part, they're just not the guys they were. I'm so glad we didn't get Zach Gallen, because we would have been stuck with him for 3 years minimum.
Yeah, I'm way happier with Molly and Hauser. I mean, it's all the same shit. Like, it stinks as equally as bad. Like, all those guys, we were saying at the time, it's like, who's the best of these lemons, basically? And even the guy that everyone was hyping, including me for a little bit, that went to Houston, he's dog shit. The Japanese guy that everyone was like, the Giants need to get this guy.
Oh yeah.
Iawa or something like that.
Yeah, he didn't turn out to be much. And I mean, even Framber Valdez, hasn't been lights out all year. But they just really didn't go after the top tier pitching. I think that was a mistake if you wanted to have a good result this season. And they didn't get a back end guy. And so it is what it is, and we are where we are. And I don't know how the rest of the season is going to be brutal. It's going to be brutal.
I'm so curious, because I'll be at the game tomorrow, Monday night versus the Reds. And I'm so curious. Are we going to break 20,000? Are we going to sell this place out, or are we going to just be ghost, or is it going to be middle of the road? I'm guessing middle of the road.
Yeah. I'm surprised that they're still packing that many people into the park every game. It's really pretty surprising. So,
you got to admit that San Francisco's a base, especially with the Niners in Santa Clara, like, and the Warriors kind of tailing off. Like when all teams are mediocre, I feel like the Giants, it's a baseball city still.
Yep. 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 Yeah, and the Warriors are not going to rise back to prominence anytime soon. The 49ers are junk. And
Robbie Dizzle's going to be there tomorrow.
the
Yeah,
Sharks, all of
the
it's
Sharks
no
are on
good.
the rise. The Sharks are on the rise.
I know, but they almost got there against Vegas, and it just, I don't see it ever happening.
The Sharks got to win one for Ralph Barbieri. Come on, go Sharks.
The Razor, man, I miss the Razor.
Uh,
What's dude, the KMBR thing now? There's press coming out about that shit going south too. There's a lot of interesting things happening.
well, you saw Buster on interview, right? When he just dropped the mic at the end, he's like, make sure you don't hot mic and talk, make sure your mic's not on. And when you're talking shit on me after I leave, I was like, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And they were like, oh, they didn't know what to say to that. You know,
if you look around, like besides on KMBR, because they have their little crew that's like, KMBR, the Murph's the best. Like there's that little squadron. But if you look around like on social media, everyone is like, I haven't listened to KMBR in years. Fuck those guys.
I think it's bots.
What they're doing to Greg Papa? Come on.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Did you see the Papa interview?
I did. I went and watched it.
That's a bummer, man. Like,
yeah, and look at, I mean, he's a tough dude. He's just rolling with it, and he's just like, hey, this is the way it is. And man, you know, I'm trying to get back there, right? But KMBR just dumped him, and like, just what a low class move, you know. And this
unbelievable,
this friction with the Giants that like continues and simmers, and
flagship station talking shit on the team that kind of carries the load for these guys. I mean, Kruk and Kuiper on there every morning so that you can have listeners.
Well, the players have stopped effectively.
They're not doing any
interviews now.
They got like Chris Koss, like the young, like the bigger guys ain't showing up.
No, they're not going to do it. And you know, it just feels like they went a bridge too far in terms of, you know, it's one thing to hold a team's feet to the fire when you feel like they're underperforming and all that stuff. That's fair. People want honest, you know, reporting, journalism, whatever it is. You want the hard questions. But you know, look, let's be honest. Without the advertising revenue that being the Giants flagship station brings into KMBR, there's a good chance that Cumulus goes bankrupt a second time, because they're already now, like, they were bailed out of bankruptcy by some hedge fund that's got people like from BlackRock and all these horrible, evil financial powers in the world, right? That are now effectively own Cumulus, and Cumulus already went through bankruptcy and receivership and all that crap. So like, KMBR is just one of the rotten apples hanging on the dying apple tree. Okay. And dude, the other radio station in town is not that bad. It's not that bad.
I've been listening to it a little bit. I've also been listening to Sirius. They got the MLB channel over there, and in the morning, those guys are pretty cool to listen to. They're
way better than TV channel.
Giants, it's all MLB, but yeah, no, for sure. Yeah,
way better than the TV channel. Like MLB Network on TV is just ugh. You know.
Well, let's. I got a question for everybody. Let's try to keep it a little out of the bunker, but bunker gate. Who's going to replace Mike Krukow?
That's a really good question.
Could it be Sean Estes or Javier Lopez? Could it be somebody new? Could they be bringing in like a Jeff Leonard or Chili Davis? Is it going to be an announcer, not an ex-player? Like what are you leaning toward? It can't be Hunter Pence. That's what I'm saying. I don't want Hunter Pence, please.
Yeah, it needs to be. I mean, he'd probably hate to hear me say this, but I think whoever they bring in needs to be a stately gentleman like Mike Krukow, like a veteran guy from a prior generation who understands hard-nosed pre-stat baseball, like somebody who knows the gritty, the real game. It's got to be somebody like that. And Kipe won't cut it. Sorry.
Oh God, no, they can't have it. Can't be, and it can't be Cole Kipe either.
Yeah, no, it can't be Kipe Jr.
And they can't bring the brunch club in. Like, let's stay the path. Like, let's not get crazy here. We don't need DJ Umami in the booth. Like,
this is the problem with TV and radio, is that you need guys who can be theatrical and excited and engage the audience. Like Randy Wynn is a great analyst to have on in a broadcast because he's such a brilliant baseball mind, but he's monotone and he's too calm and he doesn't, it's like they need their personalities. They call him that for a reason, So
what about Brian
John
Wilson?
Yeah,
Be Weezy.
No thanks.
Be Weezy in there. Let's go.
He'd probably get in there and halfway through the first game going, do you know how much I hate this team? Do you know how much I hate this organization?
Yeah.
That I had to get in Larry Bear's face and demand my ring.
I'll tell you one thing. I love Jeremy Affeldt, but he replaced FP Santangelo, and that podcast took a dive for me. It's harder to listen to. FP and Susan Slesser together were great.
Yep.
Affeldt, and then like who's the guy from the Chronicle? Like, it's a mixed bag, and it's kind of just like,
That's like that day I sent you that screenshot, and I'm like, what happened?
Like, who was that again?
Oh, it was Affeldt and some other clown, and it was like,
it was the writer for the Chronicle. I forget his name.
Somebody,
not Lowell Combe, but like somebody in that vein.
Yeah, but it's I don't know, man. FP's cool, but I don't think he could do it either. I mean, it's gonna have to be. Might even be somebody that comes over from another franchise or even another sport that ends up doing it, right?
I mean, I would love to see. I like Sean Estes a lot. I just don't see him moving to the Bay Area and taking 160 games on. Like, he seems like more of a guy that likes to dabble, keep his feet a little wet, and still be connected to baseball. But he ain't trying to go 100% in, I don't think.
Yeah. And look, it's as rough a schedule as being a player, right?
Yeah, that too.
So, I don't know. I'm interested to see what it's going to be, and I'm also interested to see whether Kuiper sticks around much longer after Kruko's gone.
That's
I have a feeling it's just his heart's not going to be in it, Well, and he dealt with his own health problems too.
Yeah, right? And his wife died. But that's, I think, with his wife dying, that might be more incentive for him to stay. And also, his brother runs the show. Like, his brother's the main guy in the truck that's producing the show. Yeah. I just, me and Cheryl talk about it all the time, the nepotism. Like, we can't have Cole Kuiper show up for like a few games a year and get like try to inch his way in. It's like, come on.
Yep. So, I don't know, man. I don't know who it's going to be.
Babe Rock's worst season since 1984, huh? I think I'm with you. I think I'm right next to you saying, yep, listen to the old Babe. He's rocks in it right now at 86 and 32. Is that the record? What's 86, 32? I don't think that's 132 games, so that can't be a record.
86 and 132.
No, 86 and 32. That's what his prediction was for this year, and it's the opposite. It's 32 and 100.
Yeah, man, they're in rough shape right now. So, what are we supposed to do with the rest of this? There's still over a month to go.
Well, I mean, am I wrong? Like, do you feel the same way? I just want to see the kids. It's like, we want a new slogan, right? We don't want nothing like it anymore, as you may have heard. bring back, you got to like these kids and just throw all the kids in. And don't ruin Bo Davidson. Don't ruin anybody. But let the kids play. Let's see some reps. Let's see some good, athletes playing baseball. And whether they win or lose, let's see some good defense. Let's see some guys that are making contact with the ball, not striking out every time. This is what we need here. We want to, I hate to say this, but I'll take a loss if we're playing good,
Yeah.
We're just not playing good.
Or if it's just exciting baseball, good stuff, hit and run, bunts, home run here and there, good pitching. I mean, look, talk about kids. Okay, Tugboat's 23, Eldridge is 21. Got some young guys. I think Susak's 25, maybe.
Trojan Horse.
Birdsong when he gets back. Yeah, I mean, shit.
Well, Birdsong is, I think he's in rehab mode, so he might make it back by, especially if the lockout pushes us further down the line. We'll see. But we need Randy Rodriguez to come back as Randy Rodriguez, right? We don't need him to come back as Ryan Walker or, the reliever formerly known as Randy Rodriguez. Like, we need that dude to be solid, come back, all-star status, and then we need to get an eighth. Dylan Smith could be the eighth inning guy. And then you've got those two pieces that we haven't had. Okay, now let's flush all these guys and get some guys that you thought were Sam Henches, and see what happens.
Yeah.
28 hitting less than 240. Let's sit them the rest of the season. Anyone over 28? How about anyone over 29? Because I know what you're doing there, senior. I see you working. Number 16 is 29 years old. I see you working, buddy. Come on. Anyone 30 and up on the bench. And let's start seeing, let's do a GoFundMe for getting rid of Adames. Like, the fans will pay to get rid of him.
What does it take? I don't
know.
Plane ticket
8 years of 20 million a year or whatever he's making. I don't know. 160
plane
million?
ticket to to the Marlins, Miami.
No, we got to pay out his contract and then just give him away for free. DFA him.
Yeah, that's what they should have done with Chapman. Yeah. So what do we got? I'm looking at the 40 man right now just to see what we're talking about in terms of, what they got.
I'm curious if Bo Davidson's going to be put on the 40 man before the end of the year or not. It seems to me like it makes sense to do it because you have to do it before December anyway. So what's a couple months? And the dude deserves, I mean, I don't know how much do you buy into this? Like, bringing him up too early ruined the guy. Like, I don't know. I feel like being around the club and getting your feet wet, it's just experience. I mean, I see what they did going back and forth too much. That's them up.
That's when.
But if you're like, you're here for the final month just to be around the club, maybe play some, but like just soak it up. I mean, Sacramento is going to be pissed because then they don't have him for their playoff run. But,
right.
So I don't know what they do, but I'd love to see a guy like Bo, who's going to be a 2020 guy. That's the guy I've been waiting for. As we all know, I say it every goddamn show. I want 20 stolen bases and 20 home runs from the same guy, and I'll be happy.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think the way that you ruin young guys is this kind of short call-ups and repeatedly going back and forth and back and forth. I mean, look, they've done that to so many players, and it just hasn't worked out for the most part, right? But in a season like this, situation like this, bring a guy up for a 10-day stint and actually let him get into games, right? Don't bring a guy up for a 10-day stint and he only gets into 2 games. Then what's the point? You might as well leave him down there. So I'm all for it. I'd love to see some of these kids get brought up, give them a week and a half, and get them into games. Let them see what it's like. I mean, how would you like it? You're playing AAA Sacramento, your team's tearing it up, you're doing all right. They call you up to San Francisco, and you basically sit in the dugout for 6 days, and then you're right back in Sacramento.
Look at our guy Trojan Oars just showing up, found the show from Michigan, throwing in comments already, just being a part of the show. This is why we love baseball.
I like it.
Yes, this is true. The problem with adding him, the 40 man, is when there is a lockout, they can work with him or be in contact at all. So if they leave him off, he can play in the minors. But correct me if I'm wrong. And who knows what you hear, you don't believe anything, right? But I did hear that they were changing the rules to, if there's a lockout, that the minors wouldn't play because they're trying to have unity to, like, the players are going to win this, holdout thing. So but I don't know. I know that as of right now, the minors they are able to play. So but that's a good point. That is a good point.
Yeah. I mean, guys would have to do their own unsanctioned training and go work with, they wouldn't be playing games. So.
And Trojan Oars, is that like lubricated or ribbed? Like, what are we talking about here? ORS.
Like Trojan horse.
Yeah, but what's oars? Is it like paddling? Kevin Franson, Franny.
Interesting.
Interesting. That'd be kind of neat to have Franny and FP as like the radio guys that go back and forth between TV. It's like one guy's with Miller, one guy's with Kipe, and then they can switch innings like they do or something. I don't know. I do like the player that's not, like you said, the monotone guys are tough, right? You need a personality. Sergio Romo's trying hard, but he's just not there yet. No. And Randy Wynn is the king of monotone. A great, great, smart mind. And that's probably why Buster hired him to do what he's doing instead of announcing. But I like Franny. Franny's pretty fun.
Yeah.
And he's Bay Area, right? He's from Santa Clara or something.
Yeah. So I think they're going to need to dig deep. They're going to have to find somebody. If it's somebody who played for the organization, that's wonderful because we love that. But it doesn't have to be,
But don't even
doesn't
tell
have to
in the booth. Okay, well, let's do this on our way out. Okay, because I'm right there with you. I'm looking at the 40-man rotate, the 40-man. Philip Abner, they just signed this guy. He's probably going to be called up any moment. I bet you he plays for the Giants this week. Tristan Beck, he can go. Bye. Spencer Bivens, bye. Hayden Birdsong, IL, keep him. JT Brubaker, bye. Jose Buto, IL 60. I'll give him one last chance. Jason Foley, give him one more chance. Matt Gage, okay. Trent Harris, okay. Sam Hedges, bye. Adrian Hauser, bye. Trevor McDonald, probably not back from the Tommy John. Anthony Molina, never met you. Joel Peguero, please figure your life out. Your hamstrings every other week breaking is horrid. Randy Rodriguez, we need you as our all-star closer. Landon Roop, we need Roop, there it is, not Roop, there it ain't. Reaver San Martin, bye-bye. We don't want to see more any Carson, so Carson Seymour can bye-bye. Dylan Smith is our 8th inning guy. Blade Tidwell, stick around. Ryan Walker, it was great seeing you 2 years ago. Logan Webb wants to be traded, maybe. Carson Wisenhunt, nope, not enough. Rowan Wick, you get the Matthew Boyd Award. Maybe never pitch one inning for the Giants and bye-bye. And then Matt Tugboat Wilkinson, welcome to the bullpen, my friend. And Keaton Wynn, we need you to be healthy and be in the bullpen as well. That's all I got for that.
Yeah. Logan Webb wants to be traded. What is this rumor now swirling?
I don't know. I'm trying to jump on these guys' bandwagons. It's like, oh, trade Webb. Oh, Devers is selfish. I mean, I love like these little things just ruminating. Tugboat, he's too
Who is Nate Furman?
Nate Furman, not a fan.
25
and
years
our
old.
catching problem has to become less of a problem. I don't miss Patrick Bailey. I do miss Daniel Susak. Andrew Kisner and Drew Kavanaugh. I think we can do better. I think we need to get a backup catcher that can be closer to Susak and further
How do you feel about the Jesus being the backup catcher now?
Well, he's been hurt, but I mean, he needs more reps defensively. He seems like he's a guy that once he gets comfortable, he's going to be a good hitter, like making contact. Supposedly, he doesn't strike out as much as a lot of people, but haven't seen enough of him.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
nobody fucks with the Jesus. You know
nobody
that.
fucks with the Jesus. Susak is far superior to anybody else they got in the stable in terms of catchers. So. Whatever.
Webb is an ace. Devers is a dude. God damn it. Senior, you're making me do it.
Rafael Devers is a dude.
The fastest so far tonight. It's the last swing to Devers and a strikeout. Rafael Devers. His third.
Rafael Devers is a dude. Rafael Devers is a dude. He's a dude.
Rafael Devers is a dude. You heard it here. So, yeah.
He's a dude. Well, let's hope the week starts off better than the weekend was. And
so for this week's forecast, I see, here's my prediction. Philip Abner, probably Tristan Beck arrive in the big leagues. We're going to see, who was I just looking at? Oh yeah. What's his name? Marcelo Mayer will be here eventually this week, I'm guessing. And depends on the IL stint for tomorrow. The MRIs, I guess we got Barracoto and Adames.
Yeah.
If either of those guys, Adames, please go on the IL. Go on the IL, then you'll see some action for sure. It's weird that Casey Schmidt's on the 10-day IL. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, there's no way he's coming back. I mean, not this year.
He just said he had surgery.
He was on crutches like last week when I seen him.
Yeah. And I mean, look, when I did my meniscus and I had that fixed, it was 5 weeks to 100%. But I was going to a really good sports therapist like 3 days a week, and he's younger than I was. So maybe he'll be back. But we talked about this last time. If he doesn't win the Willie Mack Award.
Oh, Casey. Yeah, he's got to
rotten in Denmark.
And if he doesn't win it and somehow they bring Luis Arias back for it, that's fine. But other than that, no way. Yeah, I think that Eric and Glenn are not high on Marcelo Mayer. That's what the word on the street has been. Yeah, see, Senior knows Mayer is out partying. He's a party dog. But he hasn't made the Bader mistake yet, I don't believe.
Drunk scooting. Yeah, the drunk scooting is just not...
This is true. So Tuesday, Peyton Bond in San Jose playing for the San Jose Giants. Yep. I might have to take the coffee grind back down to San Jose for a churro and some ball.
I think they're actually
looks amazing down there, by the way. If you're not paying attention, Josué Gonzalez, wow.
Killing it. When do you think he gets to Sacramento?
Josué?
Yeah. Probably not
till next year for sure. Yeah.
I mean, he's what?
This is low
19? Is he 19 now?
Between 18 and 19. He might still, he's 19.
Yeah. Well, the future looks good.
The future looks okay. I mean, we got to see Flora if he's the real deal. We got to see, was it Bowman? We got to see the pitching is what I'm really concerned about. I said, if they get rid of all 5 starters of the rotation, I don't know that they could do much worse. I think they could replace everybody on our rotation and improve the rotation. Like, it's bad right now.
Yeah, it's just how do you even acquire that many guys? I mean, teams are lucky if they can pull in one new top quality starter per season.
especially
Right.
if you're eating people's contracts, getting rid of overpaid, third
Right.
baseman or shortstop.
Right.
So
Right. I mean, I would think that any pitcher getting paid the right amount of money would want to pitch in San Francisco because their numbers theoretically should be better. It's better for their career. If you're borderline getting into the Hall of Fame as a pitcher, you sign in San Francisco, you're probably going, right?
yeah, I mean, you're gonna get a few extra wins. You're gonna get a few less home runs.
Yeah,
Like
your ERA
sure.
is going to be lower. I
Yeah.
mean, all of it. So that's not it. The problem. The problem is you go out and sign rejects, and then you're stuck with these big contracts on top of it. Yeah, it's going to be hard to not sign rejects in the future, but they really got to resolve that. It's either got to come from within and we got to be patient, or they really got to go out and at least bring in a high caliber arm or two,
Are you sold on Hauser? He's pitched really good recently. Is it like now the pressure's off, or did he figure something
Could be.
out? Like, how
Could
do you
be.
feel?
Well, look, you have to remember both him and Molly were coming off of injury recoveries from prior seasons, right?
That's true.
So are we now seeing what Hauser was supposed to be from the start and that it's taken longer to ramp up? Or is he just shit and then he's good and then he's shit again? I mean, we have no way of knowing because this is the first year in SF. So, need arm.
Well, we have gone 9 minutes past our normal time, guys. I hope you've enjoyed all 9 minutes because that's all we got. Promote all 4 shortstops. Look, the shortstop that they got from the Robbie Ray deal from the Padres, dude, this guy is going to be sick too. He might just be our center fielder of the future. Like, these guys are the exact type of players I've been screaming for. I want these fast kids, man. And we got a bunch of them young. So hopefully they stay healthy and stay good. And we get to see that in the future because this team has been zero. They've been last in the league in stolen bases, first in the league in strikeouts, and last in the league in walks. That is not a good equation.
Not a good combination, no.
So, you know what? It's time for
Will Fleming, you can go fuck off, motherfucker.
when I get really upset, I just need Will to fucking unload.
We need to AI him saying fuck off to that reporter.
Oh, right.
The guy.
Probably that AI bullshit.
Well, guys, I got to get going. My chicken pot pie is about to come out of the oven, and join us in the mornings. We're doing the coffee grind whenever I can get it up. I've been basically recording it in the morning with my coffee and then putting it up, trying to get it up around 9:30 or earlier if I can. That's been a lot of fun, and we're trying to do every Sunday at the very least. We've been doing Sundays at 7 in case you haven't really figured that out. So if you don't know, all you got to do is hit subscribe below, and that will give you a notification every time we're going to do a show. It's the best way to follow us, and it's also the best way to help us grow. So much thanks for that. And I think Christian was talking to Buster Posey, right?
Yeah. And after all those words that rhyme with grow and toe and fro, it's time to go.
It is.
It's time to go.
Let's go, San Francisco. Let's go, Giants.
To me, that was one of the most mind-blowing shows I've seen to this day.
Do not drop that kid.
We're in the memory making business.
Aware of the tradition that's here.
The Giants are world champions.
See you soon. Thank you.
And I am forever a Giant.